we're trying to get the sort of to the right amount of pigment. So we're gonna get them done right now for RGB bait masters, LCD, and if I can make enough, I'll try to see if I can take some to Gilbert's bait and tackle. But this color is a little bit hard to make because it has black with a with like a gray color, and a lot of times the gray will kind of bleed into the black. It's kind of like a weird scientific reason for it. It's kind of like white. White, if you put too much pigment, it's kind of hard to really make it shoot with twin injection. It kind of takes over the other color. But we're heating this up over and over and over. I made the gray a little bit lighter. I put 10 drops of pigment versus, I think last time I put like 20. And I'm gonna see if that works for the so it doesn't really like cross each other. It might still cross each other, but I'm gonna hope it doesn't. What's going on, fish lover? Right now we're shooting the Sorullo, which is the color that we shot last time. But I figured I'd go live for a little bit. Shooting this new color, which is the new color that I used yesterday, and I freaking wrecked it. So I was gonna post that video up today, but I kind of told the bait shops that I would hold off on it until tomorrow because they want to get these lures in their stores before I put the video out. Because a lot of times when I make a video with new colors, people start calling the stores to see if they carry the color, and if they don't, then the store kind of loses out on that. So I told them that I would make sure that I finish. So I'm trying to finish everything today so I can deliver them to the stores tomorrow, and then I'll probably release the video tomorrow evening, or I'll release it tomorrow in the morning. I don't know. But this is El Sorullo, which is a color that we made on the last live in memory of Captain George's cat. And we're going to hope that it shoots well on this first run, so I don't have to be messing with it. What am I looking for? All right. Here goes the gray again. On the gray, I went a little bit lighter on the pigment this time than I did last time. And I'm hoping that it'll do better on the twin injection with less pigment. But again, every time I shoot a black with a color like a white or a gray like this, they kind of like, I can't get that straight line. So I'm going to see if maybe this will help. All right. Let's see what that looks like. What's up, Luis? Not much, man. Just trying to get these lures done for the stores, man. It's been a grind. I think even the back of my shoulder hurts a little bit from all the twin injection. That's kind of why I only had my twin injected lures available online, so that way I don't have to make a lot. But you know, a lot of people, some people buy online, some people don't like buying online. They like to buy at the store. So when I shot the last video, a lot of people were calling the stores to see if they had the color, the new colors, and they didn't. So then the stores asked me for the Iron Man, the Mulletron, more LCD 956 lures, and then now this one. So I kind of have to make it for the stores now because you know people were asking for them, and got to give people what they want, man. So I've been shooting nothing but 20 injection the past couple of days, and think the back of my shoulder's hurting because every time that I'm pushing down and stuff. Whoa. So, gonna need to get a massage later. All right, so let's see how this came out. Hopefully this came out good. I don't even think I tightened up those clamps good enough. Hopefully it came out fine. I put less pigment on the gray because I wanted to try to get a better line. It looks like it kind of worked actually. The line's a little bit more straight on most of the lures, which is good. But it is black with gray, so it's gonna bleed a little bit. But I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is El Surullo. It's like a black top with gold and gray belly. Like I said, I did go a little bit lighter this time. And it looks like it did a pretty good job, man. Pretty good job on that one. So I think the answer to it was just a little bit less pigment. And it kind of looks like the Mulletron a little bit, but it's black and gold with gold flake with gray belly. And I used this color on yesterday morning, and I caught some crazy fish with it, man. Some big old trout skis and some nice redfish. So we're taking these to the stores tomorrow. All right. Let's hang these up. What are you guys doing? Anybody went fishing today? Today was a badass day to go fishing, man. I freaking missed out. I missed out, fellas. I might go tomorrow, though. But I definitely missed out today. Today was a really nice day to be on the water. For a kayak, at least. I heard that for the boat, it wasn't really good because the winds were kind of dead, and I guess the boats weren't able to really drift the way they wanted to. But for the kayak, man, it would have been a really good day today. Anybody go fishing today? If so, what did you catch? Yeah, these are pretty good lures, man. They look like the Mulletron, like I said. So I wasn't surprised when they wrecked it yesterday. Yesterday I caught a 20-inch trout, 16-inch trout, 26-inch redfish, and I think another small redfish before I switched to another one, another color. But I mean, the lure definitely did really well yesterday. And the water was greenish, clearish. It wasn't clear, but it wasn't murky. But I would imagine that they would do really well in the same conditions, greenish, and also in really murky conditions because it's black. It's got that black on top, so definitely going to be visible for those fish in the San Martin area or anywhere you're fishing where it's muddy water, things like that. It'll definitely be a great lure because of the black on it, and it's got gold on it as well. So if there's any sun or daylight, obviously redfish and trout, they're attracted to gold, so that gold flake should help it stand out. But yeah, man, they're looking good. These lures, they work really, really well. So as soon as they hit the stores, like I would imagine that they're gonna start selling like crazy. I think LCD 956 also asked me for the Midnight Mullet, which is another great color. It's also black on top with like a blue on the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and get to work, man. Trying to finish up so I don't have to worry about this anymore. Four. And I think Captain George wanted 20 packs of this one. I think LCD 956 is getting 10. Oh, and then I think these lures are going to be scented as well. Only this color will be scented with Mr. Ballyhoo garlic oil. Only this color. So the bag, you're going to notice that it's going to have like an oil in it, and it's going to be the fish attractant that we use, the garlic. What's up, Carlos? What's up, Elias? I was just talking about that. I did go this morning, and I finished the video already. I just didn't post it because I kind of told the stores that I wasn't going to post a video until I delivered the lures. Because every time I make a video with a different kind of lure that is not at the store, and everybody starts calling the store to look for the color, which is a good problem, but the stores don't have them, and then they have to kind of turn people down. So on this one, I told the stores that I would deliver the lures before I I post the video. So sorry about that, guys. I should probably make like a Patreon or whatever it's called, so some of you guys can get like first dibs on the video. But maybe I'll do that some other time. Carlos Torres, I didn't go out fishing today, bro. I wanted to. It was a badass day to go fishing, but I didn't go today. Um, I should have, but I ended up freaking being asleep and shit. So would have been a really good day for the kayak. San Martin would have been good today with some top waters, some crankbaits, some paddle tails. There would have been some good action there for some redfish and trout today. But unfortunately, I was asleep, man. Actually, I woke up like at 2 in the morning. Then I was awake till like 6 in the morning. And instead of leaving to go fish, I stayed in. I should have left. Yesterday I went on the boat rover. Today I didn't go fishing, but my boat's at the shop. I was trying to replace the thermostat, and the three boats that are holding the thermostat housing, I accidentally broke them. They were seized in there, so they broke. And then I was trying to extract them myself instead of taking them to a professional. Screwed that shit up. So then now it's at a machine shop, and they're basically gonna weld the aluminum on it and then rethread it for me. So I don't know how long that's gonna take. They told me it'll probably be done by like Monday, tomorrow. So I don't know yet. And then once they finish it, I need to replace the water pump on it, and what else? Oh, I need to buy a gasket for it, and that's it. It should be ready after that. So if Sportman carries my parts in stock, my boat should hopefully be on the water by next weekend. If they don't carry the parts in stock, then I'm gonna have to order them online, and I don't know how long that's gonna take. So I should probably call the Sportman tomorrow and find out if they have my parts in stock or not. The water pump and the gasket that I need to replace. So if my boat's not on the water by this coming weekend, it'll probably be on the water by the following for sure. Or I might go fishing on it sometime during the week if it's fixed to test it out. And then once the boat is in the water, 100%, there was 3 people that helped me, that had helped me buy the prop that I have on it. So I got to take those people out fishing before I take anybody else fishing. because that was part of the deal, man. You help me, I take you out. So I got to take those people out fishing before I start really enjoying the boat. But first, I got to test it out to make sure. Damn, internet's acting up, guys. Sorry about that. I'm waiting on the boat to be ready before I put the wrap on it. Once I put the wrap on it, you should be able to notice my boat really far from a distance, because the wrap is going to be very obvious. And that's kind of why I'm putting the wrap on it. I want to be able to stick out like a sore thumb on the water, man. I want all the haters to see me from a distance and be like, "Oh, look, it's that douchebag over there." Like, hey, guys, that's me. So, yeah, I want to get that wrap on it. But right now we are shooting the El Sorullo for RGB Bait Masters. It's for a couple of stores, but RGB Bait Masters is the one that requested this color. And you'll see on the video when I put it up tomorrow on why we made it, etc. Why we made it this color. But it's like a gold top with gray belly, and every color has its reasoning behind it. So you'll see it at the stores. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll deliver them. All right, let's see. What's up, Julio? Let's see. Let's see how hot this is. We finally got down the color, Julio, for El Llorón, El Sorullo. Um, we figured it out. I was able to kind of figure out how to avoid it from bleeding into each other, the colors. I don't know if you remember on the last batch, the gray and the black were kind of bleeding into each other a little bit too much. Um, what I did was I changed the amount of pigment in the gray, and it's kind of creating a good straight line now. So I think I kind of figured it out. Haters gonna hate. That's right, man. That's right. Hell yeah, Julio. But I'm gonna go deliver these tomorrow at RGB Bait Masters and LCD 956, and I'm gonna see if I can make enough for Gilbert's Bait and Tackle too, because I know they need some too. I haven't checked with Gordon's yet to see if they need any lures or not. I need to check by their store sometime in the future as well. And I don't know how Hook, Line, and Sinker is doing it either on lures. It's been I haven't been over there since like 3 weeks, so I need to figure it out. And then who else? We got to stock up. Trying to think. Can't remember who the hell has my lures. But yeah, we're gonna be working on this order, and then I gotta order more plastic saw because I'm already gonna finish the plastic saw. Oh, let's see. Yeah, they're coming out really good now, man. You're gonna check it out right now. I don't know if you saw the way these look now, but they look way better than the other ones. They're very similar. It's just it's not like bleeding anymore, crossing each other like the other one was. The other ones were the test run, and then today I was like, okay, I'm gonna put less pigment, see what happens, and I think it worked. So we're gonna do that right now, and then after this one, I have to shoot some Ironmans as well, and then I'm hoping to have enough Plastisaw after that to shoot some. Gilbert's Bait and Tackle needs um, they're out of the Hulk lure, Hulk shrimp, and the mini Hulk and the Cosmo, and they're out of like 7 different colors. But I already made them the Ghost Glow Paddle Tail, the Ghost Glow Shrimp, I gotta make a couple of other colors just so they can have a little bit more stock before I order more plastic. Also, I hope I have enough plastic. I hope I do. We'll find out. All right, let's check it out. Did you go fishing today, Julio? I heard it was really well. Some people struggled out there today. Wonder if anybody had a good day and where they fished. Ow, burn myself. All right, here we go. Yesterday I went out and I freaking killed it, bro. And I had heard people were struggling yesterday, but I don't know why. I mean, the fish were there, man. Caught a lot of fish yesterday. I could have caught a lot more, but I caught my limit of red and limit of trout, so didn't need to stay there that long. I went fishing Socal, caught 3 in 4 hours. Fishing Socal. What's Socal, Gomo? And you caught how many fish in 3 in 4 hours? Trout or red? Carlos Torres says the morning sucked. That's what I had heard, bro. I had heard yesterday. I sent Mark where I caught the fish yesterday, and he told me that he did catch one trout there. He caught a 27-inch trout there, and then I guess he went somewhere else. I think to West Bay, and he caught a bull red and I think like 2 other reds, and that was it, and some black drum. But he did say it was kind of dead. I think it's because of the winds. Usually when the winds are really dead like that, I mean it's hard, bro. You know the fish are a little bit more spooky, and the bait's not really moving much, so the fish aren't really moving much either. So a lot of times, you know, it gets a little bit hard to find them. But on the kayak, you always find them. Well, if you know where to go. Low winds are usually the best for kayakers. Port Mansfield would have been a good area to go with a kayak today for some top water action. Where did you fish, Carlos? Where did you go today? Did you go to Arroyo? Did you catch any fish at all, bro? Or you got skunked? Don't tell me you got skunked, bato. Yeah, these lures are coming out definitely way nicer than they did on the first run. Good, good, good. I wish I had more molds and a bigger twin injector, but it is what it is. Soon, soon, soon. Joaquin Lopez, good afternoon, bro. Good evening over here in Texas. It's 9:59 p.m. Yes, sir. No, caught some trout, some bunch of reds, but no bites through everything. Everything. Damn, that's crazy, man. Yeah, I heard the winds were dead, dead, dead today. Fishing must have been hectic. Good thing I didn't go out. I probably would have still found them though. I would have took the boat rover though. I caught 3 sculpin today off of some cliffs in San Diego. Oh, okay, so you're like in west coast. That explains the time difference. I've never heard of a sculpin I'd have to Google it to see what kind of fish it was. What kind of lure did you use, Joaquin, for that sculpin? Do you use bait or do you use paddle tails? What's up, Sarah? The color came out good. I'll show it to you right now. I'm gonna shoot it again. But I think the shooting it with the 10 drops instead of the 15 or 20 that I did last time, it really helped out in preventing that cross that the crossover. I'll show it to you here in a second. I've already shot about a couple of packs already, so I'm gonna shoot some more right now. But they actually came out very, very good, way better than the last time for sure. So, squid fresh. Okay, so you were using some squid. Hell yeah, bro. I've never used squid as bait. One of these days, I'm gonna use squid as bait. Probably offshore though. I've never used squid as bait. All right, let's see. And we definitely have a lot of gold in this black this time. I mean, it's very, very visible. And again, guys, gold is a very, very good color for fish. It's whenever the sun is out, that gold is gonna shine with the sun, and these fish will go crazy for it. But I used it yesterday with no sun, a lot of overcast yesterday, as you guys will see on the next video, and it freaking these fish fucking loved it, bro. Yesterday I used this lure, the Iron Man, and the LCD 956 lure, and I slayed fish with every single one of those colors. All right. I'm probably gonna put on this glove because it's getting hot. Is sculpin that kind of fish? Is that saltwater or freshwater? It's got to be saltwater, right? If you're using squid. How deep is that water there where you were fishing, Joaquin? What would happen if I mix fish oil with the silicone? So they do sell an oil additive that you can pour into the plastisol, and you mix it up, and then that way, whenever you shoot it, it's already kind of it has that scent. I've just never done it. The reason for that is because I do already promote an fish attractant company called the Mr. Ballyhoo Oil, and you know, because I already promote one, I don't use my own, so I rather people buy his oils versus using whatever I use, right? But on this particular lure, uh, um, it will have a fish attractant on it from Mr. Ballyhoo, and it'll already come pre-scented with garlic. But the way I'm going to do it is I'm not going to pour it into the plastic. What I'm going to do is when I package them, I'm just going to spray a couple of sprays into the bag before I close it up. And that's what I use when I'm out on the water fishing, the garlic spray. So it's only right to spray the same brand into the plastic. And if you watch any of my videos, Joaquin, you'll see that that's all I use, man. So if you're a new one here and the first time you see this live, make sure you subscribe, man. Tough day on the water with those CD 956 trouts and reds. What's up, Aaron? Oh, so you went out with Mark today? He told me he caught like a 26, 27-inch trout. The Ragnarok was on fire for me for the trout today LCD special. Oh, the LCD 956. That one's called Los Canaleros Choice. Hell yeah, bro. I didn't ask Mark what lures he was using, but I'm glad you caught that big trout with it, bro. That's badass. I used that lure yesterday, Los Canaleros Choice. I'll show it to you guys here in a second. And I did catch me a nice redfish with it. But the one that Aaron is talking about is this one. This is Los Canaleros Choice. It's like a purple with a green belly. Or it's actually chartreuse yellow with a regular yellow and a lot of purple glitter on top and dark purple on top. And it comes out like that. It's a really nice color. I used it yesterday. It caught me a really nice redfish, and then I switched it up. I think I don't remember. But whenever I'm fishing, obviously I'm trying to promote my colors, so I kind of mix it up with a lot of different colors, just to make sure and to show people that every color I make works. Every color that every store has, I've already used it to catch fish before. So it's not a matter of is this color good, is this color bad? It's just a matter of how dark is the water you're fishing. You know, the clarity matters of the water. Let's see here. But yeah, these are coming out pretty good. These are the ones we're shooting right now. This is El Surullo. It's black on top with a gray belly. Let me see if I can give you better lighting. But you can see the line on this one's. Let me turn it like this so they don't fall on me. Oh, yeah, that's way better. Yeah, you can see the black line is way more straight on this batch, and that's because the pigment of the gray is a little bit lighter this time instead of going with a very dark pigment, and that really helped out in keeping that's the SEF lure, the Ragnarok right there. This is a paddle tail, 3.75 inches, and right now it has been freaking dominating the freaking water. Well, I took it out yesterday, so you guys will see the video. If you're subscribed, you'll see the video tomorrow, where I use this lure to catch me a quick limit. Yeah, it looks kind of like smoke. So they were actually made for a buddy of mine. He had a black cat with gold eyes and like a gray hair in the bottom. So we made this lure for him in memory of his cat since his cat passed away. But this time the gray is a little bit translucent. You can't really notice it here, but it's a little more translucent. So it looks way better than yesterday or the other day when I did the first batch. When I did the first batch, they didn't come out good. And every lure that I use, make guys, every lure that I sell, I use personally when I shoot content. Go to my videos and check it out. And if, like I said, if you're new, subscribe, and you guys will see I do a lot of saltwater fishing. One of these days, I'll do freshwater fishing with Mark, probably catch some bass or something. But every color that I use, I use, and I always catch fish with them. So it just really comes down to what kind of color you want or what kind of color do you like. All right, let's heat this up a little bit more. I'm trying to get into fishing. What's up, man? Well, I mean, if you're trying to get into fishing, one of the things you can do is, if you don't already have a fishing rod, do some research, buy yourself a nice rod. You don't have to get an expensive rod to start. You can start with maybe like even a Walmart rod, fishing rod and reel. Just make sure you get a good fishing line, like a good braid. Um, for saltwater fish inshore, I typically stick with a 15-pound braid. You can get away with a 20-pound braid, but I typically go with a 15. A little bit thinner, strong enough for redfish, strong enough for trout when you're out in the water, whether on a boat or on a kayak. Obviously, if you want to fish like the jetties or surf or something like that, you're going to need something heavier, maybe like a 30-pound braid all the way up to like a 50-pound braid and a bigger reel. But fishing is one of those things that you want to get into, man. It's exciting. There's going to be some days where you're not going to catch any fish. There's going to be some days where you're just going to go out there and get a sunburn, maybe spend a lot of money on bait and all that stuff. But once you figure it out, man, it can be very addicting, very addicting. It's just one of those things where you gotta go out there and grind and put in the hours. Oh, let's see here. Oh man, my shoulder's hurting. Let's see. Have you done any charters lately, Julio? Any charters, bro? I have an 7-foot medium, 15-pound mono, some leader weights, and worm bin. Okay, so you're trying to do some freshwater fishing. I got you. Yeah, so freshwater fishing. Um, if you're doing freshwater fishing, I don't know where you're fishing, but if you're doing freshwater fishing, a lot of guys catch bass on my smaller lure, and they use a lot of top waters like the Whopper Plopper or something like that. Um, uh, the Spook Junior, crankbaits, jerkbaits, all that good stuff. But a lot of guys catch bass on my smaller lure. I have a smaller paddle tail. It's 3-inch paddle tail, and a lot of guys will send me pictures catching bass with them. I don't know too much about freshwater, to be honest with you, but one of these days I will go with Mark Villarreal and shoot some content catching some bass, or maybe even with Jace Mang Outdoors to catch some freshwater fish out there by San Antonio. All right, let's see here. This is going to be the last injection here, and then we're going to remelt. I also got to give some lures to my dad. I think he's low on inventory. Okay. I've had 3 for January slow start. Hey man, at least you're getting some work done, bro. At least you're getting some work done. I think I'll be more interested in saltwater and can always buy shrimp before catch my own bait. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Saltwater is way more fun for me, at least. I feel like saltwater fish fight way different than freshwater fish. Again, that's just my opinion. I know that there's guys that do freshwater fish, and they're what is it, diehard fishing freshwater fishermen. I just I prefer the run on a saltwater fish. I mean, they run a lot harder than a bass do. Like sometimes I see videos of guys catching bass and they're like, "Oh, it's a 10-pounder," and they're super stoked and excited. I don't see why, but I mean, I guess it is what it is. I guess a big 10-pound bass is considered a really big fish. I guess it would be like catching a 10-pound trout, right? That would be freaking epic. So I get it, but you know, it's a bass. Like they don't really. You compare a bass to something like a bull red or maybe a Jack Crevalle or a barracuda or something like that. I mean, it's very, very. It's like apples and oranges. But I mean, I get it. So whenever I go do some freshwater fishing, and if I catch like a 5-pound bass or a 6-pound bass or anything like that, I'm gonna try to get all excited just like those guys do. Because if I don't, people are gonna be like, "Damn, bro, you caught a big bass. You weren't even excited." I'm like, "Well, I catch bigger fish on saltwater, bro." So, but I get it. I guess it's more like it's unusual or not normal to catch a bass that big. Who knows? So right now, what I'm doing, guys, is I'm cutting the plastic in pieces. This will help when I remelt it. This will help it to melt faster. And then we're gonna re-inject that. Dario Redondo hit up Baffin on the kayak early morning, nothing but dinks. At least it wasn't a skunk. Hey, hell yeah, Dario. I've never been to Baffin Bay to fish, man. I heard that Baffin Bay is the place to go in the wintertime for some big red and big trout. So I'm waiting on my buddy to give me the go ahead on when to go over there. And I'm gonna go out there for some big old donkeys over there. What kind of lure would you mold to look like a bloodworm? I don't shoot any worms or anything like that, bro. I don't even know what a bloodworm is, to be honest with you. I'm guessing it's just a worm. But right now I currently only make paddle tail lures, and I also make shrimp lures, shrimp imitations. I make paddle tail lures from a 3-inch and also a 3.75-inch, and I also make a 3-inch shrimp lure. And those are the ones that I sell on my website. You can go to my website at seffishing.shop, or a lot of times I'll link the website underneath my videos, and you guys can order them there if you're from out of the state. And then I'll get them done for you. But I don't make anything that looks like a worm or anything like that. I want to be able to catch about 25 pounds of fish when I'm out. I ferment fish and need to about that much. Ferment. The hell does ferment mean? What does ferment mean? What do you do with the fish? It sounds like you're I don't know what the hell you're doing with the fish. It's a saltwater worm. Is that the one that looks red and white? What's up, Jigging with Cam? I know I've made a red and white lure that's supposed to be like a some kind of worm in the water. I've made that one. It's like a red and white. Fermenting is biochemical process, like when we ferment sugar to make alcohol. It looks like a fucking alien. It bites you. What the fuck? That's crazy. I'm gonna have to look up that bloodworm to get a visual of it. I need to get my iPad from the truck so I can Google it. I'm gonna see how many lures I can get out of this remelt right here, so I can know for next time how many come out. I can knead it, yes. Also can spray it with garden fruit fries. I still don't know what ferment means. I need to Google that. Sounds kind of weird there, bro. What are you doing to these fish? I just eat them. All right. Like I said, with that lighter pigment, these are the three. This is the Ragnarok, guys. For those of you guys that haven't seen it, let me show it to you. Um, it's like a black top with gold, a lot of gold flake in it, and gray belly, like I said on earlier. And they're coming out pretty good now, man. I mean, we had kind of a trial and error on making this color shoot evenly, and they're looking pretty good, pretty juicy, if I may say so myself. Fermentation is to let sit. Oh, why would you let the fish sit? You don't get air pockets on the lures. So what I typically do, Matthew, is I was talking to Sarah earlier about that. I don't get air pockets in it. I don't, but I'll tell you why. Uh, Typically, what I do is the reason you get air pockets. It's either because the plastisol is too hot, or you have air in your plastic. So whenever you heat up the plastic, it has a lot of little air bubbles, and there's two ways of getting rid of those bubbles. If you're doing things with a microwave like I am, I mean, there's other equipment you can use, but when you're using a microwave like I am, um, either use a vacuum chamber and I can vacuum all the oxygen out of the plastic, and that way it's just all liquid, or I can kind of cook it slowly, hotter and hotter, and I'll get it like to 380 degrees, 370 degrees. And what I try to do is I try to kind of monitor it. I take it out when it's like 370, 380. I let it sit for a little bit, And then you can see the air bubbles coming out, and then I'll kind of stir it slowly, let it sit again, let the air bubbles kind of escape the plastic. And while it's doing that, obviously it's getting colder, and then I'll throw it in the microwave again and heat it again. I just try not to overcook it, but I do it in little by little, and it's annoying, but I do it of all the oxygen, and that's how you avoid all the air pockets. Or if it's really really hot and you shoot it too fast, you'll get air pockets. So if it's really hot, inject it slower. Basically, I let beneficial bacteria yeast break down from the fish for about 3 to 6 months. Vibration doesn't really help for the air pockets. Um, maybe, maybe it could. I don't know, but you still need to get it kind of relatively hot. Even for the vacuum chamber, if you don't get it like really hot for the vacuum chamber, what it ends up doing is it ends up sucking the liquid out of the cup, and you don't want that. You want it just to suck the oxygen out of the cup. So it's one of those things, man. A lot of times when the plastisol is brand new and you just opened up the 5 gallon bucket and you mix it up, a lot of times it comes out like freaking badass. Like all the air is on. Whenever you get towards the middle though, or the bottom of the 5 gallon bucket, that's when you'll notice that it has more oxygen. I don't know why. Hold on, guys. What's up? What's up, Joel? All right, so let's get the injector ready again. The plastic's not ready yet, but same thing when you're reheating plastic. When you're reheating plastic, you have to kind of do it in pieces. You can't just go freaking, put it in there and just go all crazy with the temperature. You have to slowly kind of like right now it's still kind of hard. You can see, but I heated it up for like 4 minutes or something like that, and then we're gonna mix it up. You have to remember that when you're using the microwave, it kind of starts heating from the inside out, not from the outside in. So you have to be mixing the plastisol. Otherwise, parts of it get hotter than the other parts, and then it starts to overcook, and then you get burnt plastic. So you have to monitor the temperature. It's one of those things, man. It's one of those tedious things, but I know every now and then I get like little micro bubbles inside the lures, but I mean it's not a big deal. It's not gonna ruin the lure or damage it in any kind of way, or compromise the plastic. It's still gonna be just as strong. But I know that most fishermen, they want like a very clean lure. So I kind of do my best to try to ensure that the lure has as less air bubbles as possible. Although sometimes, I mean, it happens to every brand. I've seen it. Unless you're like a big manufacturer where you have like a big factory with crazy equipment that's dialed in 100%, maybe like Z-Man or something like that, then it's different. Yeah. But when you're doing everything and you're a local bait maker like myself and other brands out there, those things could happen. Um, what I try to do is before I take the lures to the stores, or before we package them, we try to inspect each one of them one by one. When I say we, is I do it myself, kind of like a little quick scan, and then when my dad is packaging them, he'll kind of go through them, and if he sees an air pocket or something looks funky or whatever, he'll put them to the side and let me know. That way I can toss them or remelt them. What's up, 392 Hemi? Hell yeah, bro. Everything is good, man. Just been working, man. Been working double time on these lures, trying to get them done. It's been a freaking nightmare, um, getting all these lures done. But, thankfully, my parents are helping me out. My dad's helping me out as well. What color do you, Rolando says, what color do you like more in SEF jigs? Basically asking which color you think will work, it hit more. What color do you like more in SEF jigs? In SEF jigs? The jig heads? Um, and the jig heads, realistically, doesn't matter what color you use, man. I've always said this: jig heads are more to cater the fisherman more so than the fish. Because when a fisherman sees jig heads, He's looking at the colors, he's looking at the eyes, he's looking at the design. And I've used red jig heads, gold jig heads, yellow, gray, black, and the fish hit the lure the exact same, bro. Um, so I don't think color of the jig head really matters, in my opinion. Again, it's just my opinion. There could be experts out there that say, "Hey, no, it does matter because of this or that, whatever." But what I say is based on what I see when I hit the water. And if you guys see my content, you know that I do catch fish. So I'm giving you an educated guess based on a pretty good educated guess based on my experience, but I'm not an expert. I'm not a scientist or anything like that. But I really don't think the color really matters on the jig head. Um, Even so, for the colors of the lures, man, I think that um, what's important is to know that if it's dark water, you throw a dark lure. If it's light water, you throw a light lure. Clarity matters for sure, and of the water, which and then matters on the kind of color you throw. But for example, yesterday morning I threw this lure, which is a black with gray color, and then I threw the Iron Man, which is like a kind of like a pennyish looking color on top with gold belly, and then I threw the LCD 956, which is the purple with the chartreuse belly, and they all work just the same because they all match the water clarity, and the fish hit them all the same. They didn't care what color was which. They hit they hit each one of those colors the same way, bro. So don't get too caught up on the colors, man. The colors are important, but you need to just remember to use a dark color in dark water, light color in light water. That's important to remember. Let's see. It's basically just shape and color preference. What matters is hook type vlog. Yeah, the vlog for sure is a great hook, which is the reason why I typically use them. I haven't been making jig heads in a long time, guys, and I don't know if I'm going to be making some soon, but I definitely will be making some in the future for sure. I already have a lot of work with the lures, and then to throw in the jig heads as well, man. It's just hard, man. I would like to hire someone to make my jig heads actually, um, instead of me making them. I think I know a guy. Forgot his name, but I'm pretty sure I have him on Messenger, and I think he makes weights and stuff like that. So I might hire him to make the jig heads, and then I'll just give him a cut off of each pack or whatever. But yeah, the jig heads, I wouldn't get caught up on the colors too much. You kind of want to match the color with the lure though. So if you're using like a black jig head, try to use it with a black lure or something like this. Um, I mean, again, I've used black jig heads and with white lures, and it's the same result. So I don't know, man. For me, it's all the same. After we shoot this one, whatever's left of this plastisol, we're gonna shoot the Iron Man. I need to shoot like or like 5 packs of the Iron Man, or maybe mm, I don't know. How much did the aluminum mold cost? This one was $1,000, which is why I only have one because it's expensive. You can buy other molds. This one was expensive because there was a custom mold. Um, the Ragnarok is a lure that I basically designed on paper or on an iPad. I designed the scheme. I sent it over to a guy who has all the laser equipment, CNC equipment, and that does molds. And I send them the drawing, and then he basically kind of comes up with like a blueprint of the dimensions and all that stuff. And then he sends it over to me like a mock-up, and then I have to kind of go back and forth with him on on how I want the lure to look like, and then he ends up cutting it. So they charge you $1,000 because they have to do the mold and cut it out and everything like that. Now you can buy open molds like from other manufacturers that sell open molds, which is basically a mold that anybody can buy. You can buy those, and those are way cheaper. those will cost you anywhere from like 100 to like $400. But this one, unfortunately, is $1,000 a mold, and that's the reason why I only have one. And I do want to buy a couple of more in the future. I want to buy like 5 of them, but I mean, it could get pretty expensive, man. Pretty expensive. What's up, Mark? I think Los Canaleros is on here. Um, we were just talking about you a little bit ago. Well, not about you necessarily, but the stores, about getting these lures ready for you guys so we can deliver them tomorrow. Because everybody's asking me, where's the new video at? Where's the new video? But I told them the same thing. I told some of the bait stores that we won't post a new video until we deliver these lures. So everyone's gonna have to wait on the video until tomorrow, so that way these videos can be on there. Was it you that I went with Chili Willy's and they cooked the Philly special way? I don't know who you're talking about, Mark. It wasn't with me. Or I know we went. We did go one time, I think. Was it? I don't remember. But I know that I went to Chili Willy's to cook my catch. I don't know if it was once or twice, but it might have been. I don't know. Good question. We might have, bro. I'm not too sure. We might have. Why? What happened? What did they do today? I don't know how they cooked it last time, to be honest with you. But I know that I want to say I went to Chili Willy's with you. I went with another gentleman too, but I want to say me and you went as well. I just can't remember. I think we did. I have a very forgetful mind, bro. That's why some people will tell me things like the other day I saw this guy post something on some page where he said I think he has like a little company or something of fucking popping corks or something, and he posted on this page saying, "SEF Fishing said I was gonna get a free pack of lures on the live and I never got them. He's a scammer." And I was like, "What, bitch? Like, remind me, dude. I forget." You know, if you would have told me after the fact, I would have taken it to him. But I didn't scam him. I just forgot about it. And you know, things like that happen, man. I'm very forgetful. But yeah. So I think we did go. I think we did go eat though. I could swear that they had special way of cooking the fillets. What's up, checker pants? Um, I think we had them do some fried and some regular, if I remember correctly. What's up, Alec? Old fishing. So I believe we had them do it like some were fried and some were grilled, if I remember correctly. And then they also gave us fries and I don't know what else, bro. I can't remember. But right now I'm shooting the last color. I think that for your store mark, which is the which is the Sorullo, and then I think that's it. I'm done with your store, and then after that I gotta shoot some for Gilbert's bait and tackle, and see how many I can get for George as well. But I already did your Cosmos. I did your Iron Man. Oh, I need to. I think I did Mulletron too. I might do a little bit more Mulletron. I did Los Canaleros the 956, and I think that's it. I'm not too sure. I need to check the table. I have my own cork fishing business. Cork fishing, like popping corks or what? Checker pants. Fishing lures business. Like popping corks, floaters. What kind of do you have? I still have the post video. We last time we went kayaking, but I am waiting for the lures. Hey man, I'm working on it. You should have them by tomorrow, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna go fishing tomorrow or not. I kind of wanted to go fishing in the morning, and then and then uh, and then go deliver the lures. afterwards, but we'll see. We'll see. If not, I'll go. I'll go before. I'll see what's up. Post. Start to post a video. That's one kayaking, but oh yeah, I remember you haven't posted that video yet. I was waiting on that video, Mark. I was thinking what video you're talking about. I remember now. You haven't posted the video yet. You're right. You're right. I saw it on Facebook, but I never saw the YouTube video. You should post it. You'll have the lures by tomorrow, bro. Oh shit! Almost freaking overfilled it. Let's do this. We got to be very, very careful. Don't want to burn ourselves. This thing's like at 300 and like 60 degrees. Okay. This is El Sorullo. We're almost done with this one. I already shot enough for your store. I'm just shooting for Captain George because he wanted 20 of this color, and I'm running out of plastisol, so I'm trying to get as many as I can get done because I also got to take them to Gilbert's before I run out of plastic. Fishing with rivers. You fish freshwater and salt. I'm new to the channel. What's up, man? I only do saltwater. I don't do freshwater. I do want to though. It's not that I don't want to. I do want to do freshwater one day. Um, I actually told Mark, which is the guy commenting from Los Canaleros at 956. He does a lot of freshwater fishing. Um, check out his channel if you want to see freshwater. I told him that I want to go kayaking with him one day and catch some bass or whatever kind of fish that they catch in freshwater to definitely get some content out there. That'd be cool. But I've never done freshwater fishing, so it would be new to me, and we'll see what's up. Let me know, Mark. Let me know when you want to go, man. I'm down. I have the kayak right here, so I'm down to go. Top water, cork lures, and poppers. Nice, man. Checkered pants. Watch my content. Checkered pants. I don't know if you're local or not, or if you have your stuff in the RGV or where you have it. But I mean, if you have it in locally, reach out, man. Have a couple of friends that have bait stores. If it's there, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, but let me know, Mark. I'm down to go do some freshwater fishing, man. I'm really, really down to do that. That'd be fun. It'd be exciting because it's new to me. I've never done it before. And doing things I've never done before is way more exciting to me. Shit. In New York online. Nice. Yeah, it's hard for me to promote or to have something when it's all website. But oh, definitely, if you put your website on here, maybe somebody can check it out and order something from you online. Let's see here. Maybe I'll check it out myself. If you have some cool stuff, I'll definitely order some and give it a shot. There's a company out of Australia that has some really nice hard baits. They're expensive as fuck. They're like $50, $40, $50 a lure, but they're handmade. And I tried ordering some one time, but they were out of stock. All of them were out of stock. I wanted them for offshore. So when I go fishing for, barracudas, um, I don't know, all kinds of fish. AJs. That's what I really want them for an average at. But this is El Sorullo right here, guys. Almost finished with it. All right. Do you use any lures besides the ones you create? Joaquin, the only lures that I use aside from the ones that I make are probably going to be any lures I don't make, like top waters, wake baits, crank baits, jerk baits, offshore lures, jetty lures, Rapalas, X wraps, things like that. Those kind of lures I do use, but anybody who's my competitor here locally, I don't use. I'd be shooting myself in the foot promoting a different brand that's not my own. You know what I mean? So it's nothing against them. It just doesn't make any sense business wise. Got to promote your own stuff, man. Got to build your own company. Let's see here. Almost done here. I think we have about one more injection left of this one here. I think. Yeah, but as far as hard baits, yes, I use like Shimano's X wraps. I use Shimano's wake bait. Uh, gold spoons, things like that. Port Mansfield knockers. But as far as paddle tails and soft baits, anybody who's my competitor, I don't use. Not that they won't work. Every lure works. It's just I ain't getting paid. Let's see here. Oh, I think I might have missed somebody's. Los Canaleros, he gets a rash. That is true. That is true. I forgot, bro. I get a rash on my hands whenever I use somebody else's lures. I totally forgot. You and Mark should try kayak duck hunting. That's pretty badass. I don't have a hunting license, but I mean, if I need to get a hunting license, I'm down to do it. I don't have a gun either, though, so I have to borrow one from somebody. Let's see here. I'll try to DM you the name. Yeah, go for it. You can reach out to me on Facebook, SEF Fishing / YouTuber, or Instagram, SEF Fishing, SEF _ fishing, things like that. TikTok, all that stuff. What are you using for barracudas? I use a jig, power jig. We use a big I don't know what the brand it is, but it's like a big purple hard bait. It's like a twitch bait. It's purple with black stripes on it. It's like a freaking 6-7 inch lure. I don't know what it's called, but that's the one that we typically use. But I've also caught them on an NLBN lure, 6-inch paddle tail. So things like that. Caught a tarpon one time on an NLBN lure as well. I've noticed that the NLBN lures down here in the valley where I'm from, they don't work that well on the jetties like they do like in Corpus Christi areas, things like that. But handmade lures, yeah, every lure is handmade nowadays, and those are the ones that I enjoy using. A lot of time goes in them, as you guys can tell. I'm making lures, so I know that a lot of time and passion goes into them. So, oh shit, DM me the information. I'll definitely give it a shot, or I'll give it a look. I'll give it a gander, and if I see anything that I like, I'll definitely order from you. I don't mind. Maybe if I do order, maybe we'll see something on our channel. I have used Nomad. Yeah, that's the one that it's called, bro. Nomad. And the Helco one, I do have a Helco. The Nomad is the one that we've used. It's a purple with black flake Nomad, and that's the one that like we typically use offshore to catch the barracudas. And I also have a Helco, a blue with like a silver belly. I caught an Atlantic. I think it was an Atlantic tuna or something with it one time. Something like that. All right. See how many we have here. Yesterday I used the LCD 956 mark. I caught me a nice red. I use this color. I use the Iron Man. All these colors. You guys in Texas got live shrimp, huh? Yeah, we got a lot of live shrimp. A lot of live shrimp. Oh, let's see here. Why wouldn't Mark work on a Monday? It's a Monday. Or is there a certain holiday I don't know about tomorrow? It's a Huevon holiday. Although Huevones don't work, we go fishing. I'm talking about myself. All right. Last injection. Hopefully this one shoots good. I feel like it was a little too cold. Oh shit. Forgot to put this. I have to use two hands because I shot it a little too cold. All right. Now we're gonna remelt that and see if we can come up with another pack, at least another pack or two. Uh, going again in the morning. That's for sure. Mondays are for fishing. Hell yeah. People did good at saucers today. Did they? Why weren't you there? You heard about after the fact? Yeah, I don't really go to the saucer, but I know that some people do good there. I know George used to go there before too, but I bet you that trout that you caught, Mark, that 27-inch trout or whatever, I bet you anything that was the same trout I saw yesterday when I was driving through there. I seen a big old trout just hanging out, and when I drove by there with the boat rover, he kind of just barely moved, and I was gonna go try to chase him down, but I was like, nah, he probably already took off. And I bet you anything, it's the same one that you guys caught. That thing looked like a 30-inch trout in the water. It was crazy, bro. Yeah, trout was in your honeycomb comb in your honeycomb. Hell yeah, I bet it was. Yeah, I'm telling you, I saw it yesterday. I think I don't know if I told you or told somebody that I seen a 30-inch trout just hanging out right there, and then but I didn't bother going back for it. I would have to turn around and then kind of just start kind of blind casting because I was moving when I saw him, so I couldn't like just stop. It would have spooked them even more, bro. So I kept it pushing and caught my limit, and then I left. But every time I go there with the boat rover, for some reason they're always there. I don't know why. Maybe the boat scares them. Who knows? I went there last Saturday, and then I went there today, and I mean yesterday, and they were there. They were still there. I should hopefully get my boat back on the water within the week, or hopefully within a week, and then I'll take you out, Mark. I'll take you out to the lights, and I'll take you out on my boat. We'll find some fish, bros. Oh, let's see here. Red was 28 and a half, but made picture look like it. Yeah, you did. You fucking did, bro. I thought it was way bigger than that, bro. Pinche, hold it in as much as you can. I literally thought it was like, dang, goddamn, like a 38-inch bull red right there. I didn't even ask because it just looked really big. That's crazy. Pinche Mark. Yeah, I saw the tag on the tail, guys. He had a tag on it. What are the winds going to be doing tomorrow, guys? Or how are the winds tomorrow? Are they going to be blowing? Are they going to be dead? What's the verdict? Same as today? Dang. Might be a good day to go kayaking then. But then if I go kayaking in the morning, I don't know, think about it. Think about it, man. I'll charge my equipment and I'll probably hit up San Martin tomorrow on the kayak. Master of none, like the stream. Appreciate you, Run. I think I want to wade. Wade fishing is going to be your best bet if the winds are dead and you're on a boat. It's really hard to really sneak up on these reds when the boat's not moving and when the wind's dead. They get more spooky and you just scare them. Even when wade fishing, when the winds are super, super dead, you got to be careful, man. You got to really shuffle your feet slowly. You can't be like power walking or anything, making a lot of splashing because you'll definitely spook the fish. I saw a video earlier or yesterday about a guy kayaking and he was like casting reds. It was insane, bro, how close he was with the yak. He was like within like 2 feet from the red and he would just toss the lure at him and the red will take it. That's insane. I don't know where that was. It might have been in Galveston or something. But he was sight casting these reds from like 4 feet. Any good weight spots for Arroyo? Man, I would send you where I sent Mark today, but I don't want you to get skunked there. Um, but I know that when I typically go wading, I usually wade south of the islands, the barrier islands over there by East Cut in Port Mansfield, and I walk towards I either walk towards the islands or I get really close to the shallow and I walk away from the islands. And I'll use tomorrow. I would use a wake bait if I was there, wade fishing, a top water or a wake bait. That's what I would use. Um, in the early morning. Yeah, shuffle your feet for sure. Definitely a lot of stingrays out there, guys. Definitely a lot of stingrays out there. I have yet to get stung by one, but right now I don't have any wading gear. My wading boots freaking are talking and shit. I don't know how that happened. So I need to buy some new wading boots. And I don't know, man. I might go kayaking tomorrow. I'll see what's up. I'll see what the dealio is. I kind of wanted to hit up the jetties tomorrow morning, but the jetties is good and bad. It's good because I don't got to take the kayak, unload the kayak, take it to the ramp, spend about 40 minutes pedaling my ass to the spot, things like that. But then at the same time, jetty fishing is one of those things where if the fish are there, they're there, and if they're not there, they ain't there, and then you're screwed. On the kayak, I can at least go find them. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's actually Port Mansfield. But if you want to wade fish Arroyo, I would say, depending on the tide, fish south of Bird Island, about 300 yards south of Bird Island, closer to the intercoastal in that 2 to 3 foot range. I would wade there tomorrow. Walk walk towards Diamond Island direction, or wade fish. Trying to think. Hold on. trying to think where else. Another good spot is towards Green Island, depending on where the winds are going. If the winds are coming from the south, I like to go to Green Island, about 100 yards south of it, and walk towards it. That's another good spot. Early morning though, you got to be there early morning. If you get there past like sunrise, like 9 o'clock, you're screwed. They're not there no more. 10:55. Let's see. Let's see. You make good lures on Truth. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. There's some badass small islands north of Port Mantle. A lot of red and trout. I don't know if you're talking about Butcher's Island or any of those areas over there, but there's some good areas over there too. Butcher's Island's a good one. Um, I don't know, man. I don't like giving people advice on where to go because whenever they go, they don't catch anything. I have to be out there to kind of know. It's one of those things where the fish move a lot throughout the day, so you have to kind of be out there, scout, and keep an eyeball peeled. And oh yeah, like early, bro. You gotta be there. Like you have to be at the spot when the sun is barely gonna peak, because if you're there past that, bro, you missed them already. Like you have to be there. You'll see them like as the sun starts to come up, and you're able to see a little better. You'll start seeing these reds make wakes and chase mullet and stuff like that. But if you're there before the sunrise, just go. You're gonna have to find yourself going to those deeper areas like the channels and anchoring down and using bait and all that shit because these reds are already been feeding all morning, bro. You have to remember that reds feed early in the morning and they also feed in the evening before the sun goes down a lot of the time. So if you don't catch them at sunrise, if you don't catch your limit by 10:30 in the morning, bro, it's gonna be a rough day for you. Remember that. So if you haven't already caught your fish by 10:30 in the morning, it's gonna be a rough day for you. So next time you're out there and it's already 11, you might as well have some lunch and wait till 3 p.m. to go back, or really get out there and really grind and see where they're at. Because they're not feeding as aggressive anymore past 11 in the morning because they've already been feeding all morning. So it's one of those things, man. Timing is important with fish. Let's see what this guy wrote. I don't make soft plastics. What's your business name? My business name is SEF Fishing, SEF Fishing, and I make soft plastics. I heard someone tell me somewhere near port there's old game warden huts. I have no idea, bro. I fish Port Mansfield, but I don't fish it enough to really, really know it. Little Steiny says I was beach fishing and I got a big salmon. Hell yeah, bro. That's badass. Uh, those coordinates at 6, 8 a.m. are on fire with ballyhoo bites and some smelly shrimp. There you go, man. There's some coordinates right there from 392 Hemi. Frozen, frozen hen shrimp and fish bites is good to take for black drum. Hell yeah, man. Black drum. I don't usually target black drum myself. One of these days I should. One of these days I should. Just for fun. I don't usually fish for black drum. But one of these days I'm gonna have to fish for black drum as well. I want to fish for sheepheads whenever the season comes in, but I want to go on the kayak and I want to fish for them at the old causeway. My hand popped really weird right now. All right, let's heat this up. Frozen shrimp. Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, they look good. They look perfect. Look for good for some fish. Checkered pants. My website is SEF Fishing, SEF Fishing .shop. www.sethfishing.shop. If you're having trouble finding it, go to any of my videos. I usually post a link in the bio. But I appreciate you. I think Mark had some badass videos there for Shiva. Yeah, he had a video there. He was on his boat. Um, but I want to do the same thing, but I want to catch him on the kayak because me and Mark talked about it. Not a lot of people do it on the kayak. And if anybody is watching doesn't already know this, LCD Los Canaderos at 956, the one commenting on it, he's the guy that makes my rods. So if you guys are interested in getting yourself some badass custom rods, the best in the RGB, hit up Mark. On my new video that I have coming out tomorrow, I posted his address on there for the store. So that way you guys can go to his store locally and get you guys a badass combo. The rod and reel that I use in my new video are from Mark. He's the one that recommended that combo. I was a little bit hesitant with the spinning reel because I typically use bait casters. And as far as the reels, I typically use other brands. But Mark recommended me a Shimano. No, I'm sorry, a Daiwa Tatula. And at first I was like, eh. But then when I seen how light that freaking reel was, I was like, oh, okay. And for a day when you're casting over 1,000 times, man, you need a light rod, you need a light reel. And he spooled it up with 15-pound braid, and that thing cast a mile, even on low winds. And it's a super strong rod, super strong line. You guys will see it in the video. So make sure you check him, and he'll get you right, man. Let's see if I can. I gotta heat up the plastic a little bit more. It's because I put the extra plastic in there, so it's taking a little bit longer. Always need a good spinning rod and a good bait caster rod. Yes, sir. Especially on windy days, man. You don't want to be getting bird nest on a freaking windy day for sure. Shout out, Mr. Mark. He has some delicious beef. Yeah, dude. That's what I was gonna talk to you about, Mark. I forgot. Tomorrow, when I go give you some lures, remind me. I need some of those uh the beef jerky with the the Takis flavor, whatever that one that you have. Give me. Listen to me. Give me. Don't sell me. Give me like three of those and three of the other one that you had the other time. Because I want to promote those too. And then just give me the website you have, so that way for anybody who wants to order it online, I'll put it on my website. And I want to make a kind of like the video that you kind of like the promos that you make. I want to do the same thing with your beef jerky, because I'm not a beef jerky guy that much. But when I tasted those that day at Port Mansfield, I tasted them at home, and I was like, holy shit, they're pretty fucking good. So yeah, he's got some badass beef jerky, guys. If you guys don't know, um, so tomorrow, remind me, hook me up with a couple of free packs, and so I can put them on my next video, and I'll give you guys the website so you guys can order some, because they're really really good. I don't say it just to say it because I'm not a beef jerky kind of guy, but those were freaking good. And I have yet to eat them the way he eats them. He puts lime and hot sauce or whatever on them. I kind of want to do that because I haven't done that yet. I tasted them just out of the bag, and those things were fucking good, man. Yeah, fishing facts. Chile lime and takis are fire. Yeah, those are the ones that I want, man. A ver si Papi Mark me ayuda, hook me up tomorrow. Hopefully he has some in stock. Hell yeah, man. Especially when you're on the water. They already come prepackaged with some hot sauce. All you gotta remember is the lemon. All right, so this one almost done. Let's see here. Yeah, give them some too, Mark. Give everybody free stuff. The Black Wolf Outdoors, what we pouring? We're pouring 20 injected soft paddle tails, bro. These are 3.75 inch paddle tail lures. Right now I'm getting the plastic ready, and we're about to inject the last batch of this color, I think, for the night. I gotta count them, and then I'm probably gonna be switching to another color here in a little bit. But right now we're about to shoot the last bit amount of plastisol in the injectors in the injector here. So give me about 1 more minute so it can get really really hot, and then we're about to shoot it. And this is a lure called El Sorullo, which is named after a cat. I gotta go to sleep. Working at 5 a.m. Hell yeah, bro! You gotta go to sleep, doggy. You gotta go to sleep. I'm gonna debate on going fishing tonight or not. I'm gonna figure it out right now. I gotta package all these lures to see how many packages I have to see what I'm needing, so I can finish off the lures and be over with all this stuff. And then I'm gonna have to order more plastisol. Hell yeah, Mark. Hey, Mark. Tomorrow, hook me up with some of those things, man. For shit. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, let's get this locked and loaded. It's ready to roll. All right, it should be about ready now. Let's see. This one's a black with gold flake and a gray belly color lure. Let's get it in here. And this is a twin injection lure. So that's why we're shooting it into a twin injector. I don't think I made enough of this color, but I'm going to check right now. I'm going to count them to see how many I made. Then I got to see how much plastisol I have left over so I can make some other colors that I got to get from the stores. Let's see. Smash the like button while you're at it. Please consider subscriptions as well. Hell yeah, bro. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed, if you're new on here. And you can like the video if you like it. I usually forget to say all that stuff, or even in my videos, I always forget to tell people, hey, subscribe, like the video, blah, blah, blah. I need to start doing that more often. But I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate your kind words, doggy. All right. Now I think I need to shoot some Ironmans. I have about 14. I think I have to make like 10 more packs for Gilbert's bait and tackle, and RGV has 4, and then I have to make some of the regular small lures as well. I'm not sure where from though. Appreciate that, man. I'm in South Texas in the RGV. But I am gonna get off the live here already, guys, because I'm gonna take a little break. Probably gonna grab something to eat, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna finish shooting the rest of these lures. Um, I also have to see how many I have already done so I can package them, and then kind of do like a little inventory check to see how many I got, and then we're gonna go ahead and get them ready. And Pete, I use the quarter jigs for the Cosmo. You could also use a 1/8 if you're fishing for trout, but I typically use a quarter jigs for the Cosmo and for these lures. I don't know why I like the quarter jig a lot. I use a quarter jig for everything, quarter ounce, with a I think it's a 3/0 V-lock hook. But if you're looking for a jig head that fits the Cosmo, other than mine, man, it's hard to say, man. I don't know a lot of other brands that fit it. I need to do some research, but I usually use quarter size. If I'm fishing for trout though and I'm hitting the lights, I use the 1/8 jig. Because you want to keep the lure on top for trout. You want to kind of slowly sink. If you're fishing the flats or whatever the case is, wade fishing or on a kayak, you want to cast really far. I typically go with a quarter ounce. But it all comes down to the rod and reel you're using and also the line that you're using. If you know you're going to want to be casting a 1/8 jig and you want range, I would say use a 10-pound braid on your spinning reel, light setup to ensure that you're getting a freaking long cast. Um, yeah, the regular Cosmo is a small profile, and then I also have the Cosmo, the bigger Cosmo, which is on a mold just like this one here. It's a 3.75-inch lure that you can use any jig head. On this lure, you can use any jig head in any brand. But I always go with a quarter ounce. Hell yeah, appreciate you guys, man. And I'll see you guys on the next one, guys. I'm about to take a little break, and stay tuned for tomorrow. The new video will be up tomorrow after I deliver these. So as soon as I deliver these, I'm gonna put the video up, and it's gonna be a great video. Caught a lot of fish, so stay tuned for that one, man. And let's see. I'm guessing I connected from Savages 2.0's channel. I have no idea, bro, but I appreciate you being on here. I'll see you guys. See you later, Big Lobo.